Here in Alaska, the only honeybees are private people that have bees. I know they're not native to Alaska. It's so cold in the winter here. My name is Sean Johnson. I live in Eagle River, Alaska, which is the Anchorage area, and I work for a sporting goods store. The first year, I got my own beehive, the Flow Hive. I was a little leery, thinking, I don't know about this. Growing up as a kid, I would see a bee and I would turn and run the other way. And then I got to researching and I found out about the Flow Hive. And I says, well, that's right up my alley. Something simple, something that I can drain the honey right from the hive. This will be my third year being a beekeeper. Favorite part of the day is to sit out there on my bench with a beer and just watch the bees do their job. In the spring, it's cold and wet and miserable, and there's snow on the ground. Last year, I actually had to dig down through the snow. So I had the hives and then about 4 feet of snow around them. So in the spring, when the temperatures are lower, I add these entrance reducers. They just go right on the front of the hive and hold on with these two little levers, and it helps keep the warmth in the hive. Here in Eagle River, my bees would be foraging in the spring to feed their young, and it would be a lot from birch trees and cottonwood trees. Later on in the summer, fireweed, forget-me-nots, clover, where they get the nectar to make the honey. The climate this year has been excellent. We had a very hot, warm summer. At the longest part of the season, June 21st, you got over 19 hours of daylight. So they just, work constantly. So in the fall, what I end up doing is giving my bees away to other people that have buildings where they can store the bees at a controlled temperature, because it gets so cold if you don't have that facility. And I'll get new packs in the spring. In Alaska, we have to deal with bears. One evening, a bear had got into the hive and knocked it into several pieces, and I had to put my suit on and reestablish the hive there, and the bees were not happy. They were very angry, and that's probably the only time I got stung, I think. Honey, I'll of course keep a bunch for myself, but I'll condense it down into smaller jars and give it away to friends and family, so they enjoy it too. Liquid gold, Alaskan honey. It's sweet, delicious, 1,000 times better than store-bought honey. All my friends that I've, gave honey to, all say it's just excellent, just wonderful. Everybody gets honey. Kind of say beekeeping is #1 right now in my life. I'll be beekeeping as long as I'm alive.